Would you like your own copy of Project Highrise Las Vegas? Of course you would. To enter, tweet #NerdsForVegas at ConflictNerd and at Cassetto Games, and you might get yourself a copy of Project Highrise Las Vegas and something a little bit more special. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Project Highrise. I certainly hope you're having a wonderful day because I am certainly excited to be jumping back into Project Highrise with the Las Vegas DLC. I was sent a code for this DLC a couple of weeks ago. I'm a little bit late getting to this, but I've got some cool stuff going on with Project Highrise at the moment, and I thought it would be the perfect time to jump in with another Let's Play. So if you don't know what this game is, think Sim Tower. And if you don't know what Sim Tower is, then stick around and hopefully you'll figure out what the game happens to be. If you want a Let's Play where I'm going a little bit slower than I will be on this one, then I will try and remember to link it in the description below. I have played this on the channel before. If I don't link it, then just search ConflictNerd Project Highrise. It'll probably come up, and you can watch the first Let's Play that I did on this game without the Las Vegas DLC. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and start a new game. We are going to be playing with NERDROSOFT Towers. We're going to be playing on easy. We're going to have an extra large lot. We are going to have advanced settings. We have the Las Vegas backdrop, random events, and the initial state will be that. Oh yeah, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 as the initial state, and we shall begin. So, you might be wondering why I'm playing on easy. Well, the simple reason, or the two simple reasons are, number one, we start with $10,000, and number two, it's a little bit easier, basically. We aren't going to be jumping in with the Vegas stuff immediately. I would like to get there fairly soon, hence the easy difficulty. So, again, if you don't know what this game's about, it is basically about managing a tower, or several, should you wish to build several different towers. In this case, we're going to start with one tower. Now let's go ahead and go to here first because I want to get myself a contract. Now contracts are ways that I can boost my funds a little bit. We have 3 that are currently available. We do have one already, which is proof of concept, which would require me to get a daily rent of about $1,000. That's going to be easy enough to do, but we have 3 over here. So, basic offices will give me $500 up front and $1,000 on completion, and what I'll need to do is build 16 small offices and have 4 different types of offices. So 4 and 4 and 4 and 4 comes up to 16, so 16 different small offices. Studio apartments will require me to build 10 studio apartments, and then a bit of variety. They will want me to build somewhere that serves breakfast, somewhere that serves lunch, and somewhere that serves coffee. Now that one is actually relatively easy, so I might take this one first. I think I will take that one first, because what we can do is we can immediately go in here and get ourselves that, and that. Now we need breakfast, lunch, coffee. That's the 3 things we need. But before we can go ahead and get these places opened, we do need to provide them with electricity and also water. So we want to go to building infrastructure, here specifically, and we're going to want to get ourselves a water meter. Now that goes down in the basement. You can notice the dotted line across there, that's the water flow. Currently, there is no water coming into the building because we don't have a meter, and there we go. We now have water coming into the building. Now if we have a look at electricity, this right here is a wiring closet. We're going to need one of those on each floor, and that will bring the electricity up through the building. It also brings the phone lines and the cable TV lines, but we don't have any of those yet because obviously we don't have any phone switchboards, we don't have any TV transceivers, and it's very similar with gas. We don't have any manifolds, and we don't have any HVAC utilities down here either. So we need to get ourselves a plumbing closet and throw it there, and as you can see, it brings water, gas, and HVAC through the building as well. So let's go ahead and run some pipes to there. And let's also run some electricity lines to there. And then what we can do is go ahead and say, hey, you are going to be serving lunch, and that's totally fine. You are serving coffee and breakfast, which I think is actually a beautiful, beautiful thing. Although it might... Oh, hello. Restaurant that serves breakfast, restaurant that serves lunch. Did that count as a restaurant? It does count as a restaurant. So it wants a separate restaurant for lunch and separate for breakfast. Okay. I don't know if that'll work. I suppose it does want a cafe that serves coffee, and to get a cafe, I need my prestige level to be at least 1 star. Now, to get my prestige level up, I'm going to need a population of 20, or some artworks and happy tenants, or special contracts, and it can go down if people move out, so we're going to have to be very, very careful here. But this is going to get us a little bit of revenue coming in here, so that's completely fine. I don't know why I felt the need to say completely twice there, but that's just how fine it is. It's completely times 2. Fine. These guys are going to go ahead and get these built. Oh, that actually counted. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, no, that makes me very, very happy indeed. So we have a bit of variety completed, which means we have our first 2 tenants as well. Now, what we can do is advertise for more food courts if we want to. We could advertise for more donut shops if we wanted to. I think I'll go for another food court and hope that we get somewhere that's not a sort of sub place. This place is, yeah, sub shop, serves lunch. That's completely fine by me. If we get another sub shop, then they might compete a little bit, and they might not be too happy about it, but we'll see what happens. Now, let's go ahead and get ourselves an elevator just there. And then let me go ahead and extend the building a little bit. Now, we want to go 1, 2, 3, 7, 11, 15. I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the reason I'm extending that way is because what I'd like to do is have the elevators sort of double up in the middle here. It's not entirely necessary, but it's an easy way to keep the wiring closets and the plumbing closets, or whatever they're called, right in the middle of the building. And then what I want to do as well is go a little bit further on either side here, just like that, because we are going to need to put some utilities on the sides of the building here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So let's speed things up a little bit. Let's get these guys to do their thing. We can get ourselves more food courts. Now, you are going to do lunch. What do? You serve lunch as well. Now, you technically serve coffee and breakfast. You will do breakfast and lunch. Okay, but this is a soup place. Hopefully they won't compete too much. Now let's go ahead. We could put in more shops over here if we wanted to. I think I can put offices here though. And I'm definitely thinking offices might be a pretty good start. It's definitely an option. We could throw in something like a lobby if we wanted to go straight for a hotel, but I don't know if that is something we necessarily want to do. Oh, hello. How are we doing? So yesterday we got $280 of rent. We are losing $350 per day. That's totally fine by me at the moment. We could get some small studio apartments, but we can't put those in the ground floors. So I think we'll have a look at another contract, and I think we'll go for the offices. I think basic offices is going to be the way to go. Now, this is hotel reports. We don't actually have a hotel yet, so we're not going to worry too much about that. This is performers. Okay. This is a little bit more involved than I thought it would be. I didn't realize you could go that in-depth with the whole process. These guys over here are constructing that space. That's totally fine. We probably should look into a bit more infrastructure. We are going to need to deal with trash at some point, and storage and transit and lobbies. And lobbies are interesting. You can build like a 2-floor lobby, which is pretty cool, actually. 2-story glass lobby with gilding and, well, glass. That's kind of to be expected. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Then 3-story lobbies as well. We're definitely going to want to get ourselves a nice hotel tower in here at some point. That definitely needs to be a thing. Now let's go ahead and do... I'm tempted to go for another floor, to be honest, for the offices. That might not be the worst idea in the world. Especially since we aren't really going to need a lot of services on this side. So if I go 1, 2, 3, I can get a 4th one there. So we can stack these offices up really, really nicely. So we do need another couple of floors for these. What I'll do is I'll build up like this. We'll just build up this whole thing. Just like that. We're spending a lot of money on it, but that should be fine. We can go ahead and get the elevators in there. We don't really need 2 elevators per floor. That is a lot of money that I'm spending there, but we should be okay. I've also unlocked this, which will let me extend floors off of the side of the building, should I wish to do that. I don't really want to do that yet, so we'll not bother. But what I will do is get the wiring closets there. We'll get the plumbing closets there. And we can run electricity across all of these floors, just like so. There we go. So when I originally played this game, whenever it was, you used to just have to run your mouse down the floors like this to get electricity in there. I'm really glad that you can shift-click these days. I don't know when that was added to the game, but it's such a beautiful thing. We'll go ahead and get all of this in here as well. Very expensive to get the pipes in there, but that should be fine. So these guys are going to start working on the elevators. We can obviously speed the game up a little bit to make it go quicker. I'd also like to see what we can do here. So we can get insurance offices. We'll get 1, we'll get 2, we'll get 3, and eventually we'll get 4. It's just going to take some time. It is worth noting as well, eventually I can go ahead and actually get myself more construction staff. I can't do it currently because I would need to get myself a new construction office. Now, I don't know where I get the new construction office. I have completely forgotten, but it's going to be in here somewhere. It's probably, construct offices. Operations? Nope. No, operations would be... I don't know what that is, to be honest. It's in here somewhere. The construction office will be somewhere. We'll unlock it eventually. I have, honestly... Oh, wait a minute. Construct business support. Oh, hello. So I forgot all this stuff existed. Yeah, we'll get all that stuff eventually. It's not really that much of a big deal. I don't think it's in building staff. A maintenance office repairs broken elevators and escalators. Escalators? We have escalators? Is that that's a thing? What is this? Upgraded elevator that doesn't need to start on the ground floor. That's fine. This is hotel housekeeping. What is this? Stairs are the cheap. Yeah, I get that, but where do we get escalator? Where do we get escalators? I didn't know we could get escalators. That's news to me. Either way, we'll not worry too much about it. Let's go ahead and get ourselves another office just there, and we'll get ourselves another insurance firm right there as well. And I guess we probably do want to go ahead and get ourselves a maintenance office. It is 100 per day in terms of upkeep, but I think that's probably going to be okay. We don't have a lot of money. It is worth throwing that out there, and I'm pretty sure that these guys here, yeah, they're 10 per day, so they're not too expensive. Our offices, no, they're free to build, but they're not free to actually fill them out with people. I guess we'll see what happens. It's currently past 11 p.m., so how much are we gonna make today? We are making 630. We're still losing 460 per day. Honestly, I'm not too worried about that. I think we can make this work. Now, something I do have to be aware of is that this right here, the electrical transformer, can only produce electricity for 10 different rooms. It's the same with the water meter. It can only produce water for 10 different rooms. So at the moment, we have 7 rooms connected to the small electrical transformer, meaning we probably want to upgrade to something like this one, which is 750 per day and 2,000 up front, but it will let me connect to 50 different rooms in terms of electricity. So that's definitely something to look into. And that's definitely a bit of a concern, because it does cost so much to run. But what I think we'll do is go ahead and we'll place these offices, because this is going to be all the offices that we need for this particular challenge. Now, that one needs to be bulldozed. There we go. So we'll go ahead and place that just there and that there. And that's all the offices that we need. Now, I can go ahead and add a couple more. We'll get a couple of accounting offices just there. Then we'll get another one just there. Now, they do pay a decent amount of rent. And to be honest, it would be cheaper to add just another one of these rather than adding the really expensive one. It's just that, oh, you need a phone line. Right. Now, that makes things tricky. I'll tell you what. I'm going to take a loan. It's a bit risky, but I'm going to take a loan just to make sure I can do this. Now, we do need a phone switchboard. Do I want to go ahead and upgrade my electricity? It's definitely something we're going to need to do sooner than later, so I think we will place that. We'll bulldoze you, and we'll get ourselves a phone switchboard just there. So then what we can do is go ahead and run some phone lines down through there. And that'll hopefully keep those guys a little bit happier. We now have got the electricity to make this work as well. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some legal offices in here. We can't get creative offices yet, though. Now, why can't we get the... Let's advertise for more legal there. We need prestige level to be at least 1. And I'm pretty sure the prestige level will go to 1 once we get the population to 20. So that's going to take a little while. But that's kind of okay. That is kind of okay. What are you? You're a tax. You're a legal office, I think? You're an insurance agent. Hold on, what would you be? Are you an accounting office? I can't tell. I think you're an accounting office, so I want another accountant's office there. You guys need phone lines as well, so let's get you some phone lines just there. And you would be legal, right? So we'll get you in there as well. Okay, I guess we're gonna see what happens here. Why does it look like these offices are different? What have I done here? We've got 3 and 3, so that's totally fine. We're totally okay here. I'm a little bit worried about how much money we're about to lose, though, because we are now paying back a loan. Okay, well, we did that. We make over 1,000 a day, which is nice. But we're losing 830 because we have this loan. So that's not ideal, is the way I'll phrase that. It's not necessarily ideal what's going on here. We could do with having a bit more money coming in. So what I'm thinking is we maybe go ahead and get ourselves another couple of small restaurants. We could get another one there. In fact, I don't want to get another one there because I am going to need to get some garbage disposal over there. So instead what we'll do is get ourselves a couple of restaurants up here. And we can hope for the best. Basically, that's the gist of it. We are just going to have to hope for the best. We could throw a couple of studio apartments up here as well if we really wanted to. It's kind of tempting. It is kind of tempting. I think we'll go for it. We'll see what happens. We'll go for a mix of different things for this first building. And again, we're just going to hope that it actually works. So these guys here, who are we going to put in here? Donut shops. Well, there's a food court restaurant wants to come in. Breakfast and lunch, that's fine. Let's get ourselves a couple of studio apartments on the go as well. They'll all pay rent of $140, which is hopefully okay. We are going to want to go ahead and get ourselves some trash in here. So we're going to want, not that, we're going to want the bins just there. Then we want an actual collection room down there. So here's hoping this works. Here is sincerely hoping that this actually works. Now our prestige level should go up in just a moment because we should be able to get our 20th resident of the building. Yeah, prestige level 1 has been achieved, which means we have unlocked a few things. We have the ability to get the mover's office, which I don't think I want yet. We don't have anything else. Now in here, we can get vending machines, we can get shoe shine stations. Again, don't really think I'm too interested in that. We have some art that we can get somewhere. Oh, hello, what is this? It's a nice big light fixture. Okay. And we have some lobby art here as well. Again, not really all that interested in all of that stuff. Let's get ourselves some creative offices. They're going to be 150 to build each, but they do pay some decent rent. So here's hoping that what we are shelling out for these creative offices is made back. Here is sincerely hoping that this actually works. Now, we don't have anyone living in here currently. We are waiting for this apartment to fill up. This one just got filled up, which is nice. So hopefully we're not going to be waiting too long. Once these creative offices are done as well, we're going to be doing very well for ourselves because the basic offices contract is going to be done as well. Now, everybody's living in here. These apartments have all been filled, which is beautiful news. These offices over here are being worked on. Now, they do need a phone line, so let's run a phone line to there. A little bit expensive, $247 for a phone line there. But that's fair enough. I'm not too worried about the price of it, as long as we get the creatives in here and get this contract out of the way. The third office should be done momentarily. Come on, buddy. There we go. And then the fourth one will see the contract completed. And I'm sincerely hoping that we're making enough money off of all of this. There we go. I'm sincerely hoping we're making enough money to actually make this all work. So let's have a look at the contracts. More people needed. It wants me to get to 50 people in the building. It wants me to get daily rent revenues of 3,000. I think we'll go for that, which should be easy enough. We've got 1,410 as yesterday's rent. And studio apartments, they want 10 of them, maybe. What does this want? So this wants me to build 4 small stores. We can do that eventually. We can definitely do that eventually. Now, I'm very curious to see what our revenue is going to be for today. Very, very curious indeed. Also, I'd like to point out the Las Vegas backdrop. We are eventually going to get a casino and hotel thing going on here, but right now we just have to go with this to make ourselves some money. I'm hopeful. I'm really hopeful that we can do some good stuff with this. We could get a couple more... Oh, wait a minute. Did we have cafes before? I don't think we did. Now, you only pay 90 per day, and you both serve coffee and breakfast, which isn't really ideal, to be honest, because you'll just be competing with each other. So I don't know if we want to do that. It is coming up to midnight. It's almost 11 p.m. here in the bottom left, so I'm very curious to see just how much money we end up making. That's not bad. Almost 3,000 per day. We have a positive income per day as well, which is beautiful news. That makes me incredibly, incredibly happy, because that could have gone badly, but nope. Things are going quite well for us. So if we wanted to build some small stores, I mean, we need prestige level to be 2, which means we need 40 people here. We currently have 30, so we're getting there. If we had some artworks, that would potentially make people happy as well. So we could very well throw in things like cabinets if we wanted to. We could throw in some indoor plants if we really wanted to as well. There's things like some marble walls. Oh, those are quite nice, actually. Those aren't bad. I don't know why there's a door there. That's a weird place to have a door. We have this chair, which is apparently free as well. So let me get one of those on the go. We have, what is this? A modern sculpture. Okay. Maybe we'll put that in there. We've got a nice table. We'll put a couple of tables there. Put a table there and a table there. And maybe that'll make people happy. Who knows? That might, it might not. I'm certainly curious either way. Is anyone happy remotely? Like, does anyone actually like the art? I don't really know if they do. They might not be a big fan of art, so it's entirely possible that they just don't like it. That's a water feature. Interesting. It's a kind of cool looking water feature, I'll give it that. Definitely not bad looking. Wouldn't mind having one of those myself, just outside. Definitely not in the office. I don't know if that would be the kind of water feature I'd actually want indoors, but whatever. Coffee and breakfast, and coffee and breakfast. We really don't need more places that serve breakfast. We really, really don't. So, I guess what we need to do is bring the population up. So let's go ahead and, I guess, build ourselves another floor, which is a little bit expensive. We'll build a couple more floors, actually. And we'll just do 1 elevator per floor for the time being until we can afford to do more. Now, we have unlocked something here. We can't do anything with this, but we have a new level of influence, which is kind of cool, which means we can now get ourselves an office for an interior decorator. And we can also get the office for a lobbyist. We can get the operations. Oh, no, that's for the building manager. Okay, well, I don't really want that. We can't get the tourism one yet, though. But that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. Let's go ahead and get ourselves the wiring closet there and there. We'll get ourselves a plumbing closet there and there. And I will say, I think this is going pretty well. I think we've made a nice little start on this. We are making money each day, a little bit less at the moment, but that's fine. We are making money, which honestly makes me incredibly happy. I would like to get more offices in here. I think those are going to be the way to go, since they are relatively affordable. And they do bring decent money, especially if we get people like creatives in here. So if we have a look at creatives, yeah, 160, 165. Legals are just over 100. Accounting is 145, 125, and insurance 90 and 100. So ideally, we want a bunch of creatives in here. That's kind of the gist of it. Bunch of creative people, they'll pay a lot of money. That's the way that's going to work. We'll get those bins in there as well. It would be really nice if they'd finish up this space so I can get more studio apartments in there as well, because the studio apartments pay decent money too. And this game's all about that money. And I'm all about that money in this game, so hopefully we can make it work. Let's go ahead and get... Oh, no, 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 no. We don't want that there. We want to get ourselves a couple more offices just there. That's a lot of buildings. How many connections do we have? We have a connection of 24. Okay. 24 places are connected. Really? That's it? If 24 places are connected, how do we have a population of 30? Unless multiple people are living in these, but I don't think they are. I'm a little confused by that. I'm not too worried. I mean, no one's really complaining, but it doesn't make all that much sense. I mean, we'll not worry about it too much. Let's just go ahead and get ourselves the phone lines there and there. We are going to need to get oh no, electricity goes there already. So let's get ourselves the studio apartments there and there. Just like that. We'll get those. Oh, we could do deluxe studio apartments. Now, they are going to want water and they're going to want gas, but they will pay $205 per day. Okay. May require a plumber from time to time. Now, we don't have a plumber in the building. But it would pay more rent, which is very tempting. Let's get the creative offices first. So we'll get you. Then we'll advertise for more creatives. And we'll hope for the best. Now, we're still making money every day. We're not making that much. We haven't paid this off yet. We need to pay $4,800 to pay that off completely. Now, we are losing money per day as well. We are spending more and more on maintenance. But that's going to be because of all the expansions we're making. For example, I think elevators are $50 per day. So yeah, really having all these elevators, I mean, I could save $200 right there if I got rid of half of those. Which, I'll be honest, kind of tempting. Definitely kind of tempting to get rid of those elevators right there, because we really don't need half of them, do we? And the $200 is $200 at the end of the day. That's a lot of money. We can get another creative office there. I just want one. If I can get one more creative office here, I'll be really happy. I don't like that I have to advertise each time, but I want them here. Same with legal offices, although, well, accounting pays more. Let's go for more accounting offices here. Now I just realized that we are going to need to get rid of our phone line. Oh boy, how expensive is a 1,750, 800 per day? We're gonna go with this, it's cheaper. It's a bit risky, but at least the phone lines are gonna be working, and that's kind of what I need it to be doing. Kinda need the phone lines to be functioning, you know? So you guys are gonna put those in. Are we didn't advertise apparently. Okay, we have more creative offices though. We have 4 more of those, which is beautiful. So we'll get that in there. I might get rid of the accounting offices and just go fully creative up there, but that might be a little bit unnecessary. We have a couple more accounting offices. Let's go for you. And let's go... Ooh, hello. Oh, we don't have the money. We are straight up out of money right now, which means we can't build these apartments over here either. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do then. We are going to get rid of this. You can't remove an elevator shaft in the middle of an I didn't. Oh, I have to get rid of it from the top to the bottom. Okay, well, there we go. So we've gotten rid of $200 worth of expenses per day. So even though we're sitting on $2 total, I'm actually feeling pretty good about tomorrow. I don't think tomorrow is going to be all that rough of a day. I'm hoping we're going to make some good money. We have a lot of new creative offices. We are hopefully in a good place. We're going to find out just how much money we're actually going to make here. It's coming up on 10 p.m. I'm sincerely hoping we make some significant cash. We can also, of course, go to bonus items and throw like this kind of thing in here just to make the area look nice, I suppose. So what are we looking at? It's coming up to midnight. 1,240 per day. We got that contract out of the way as well. Now that's beautiful right there. That is beautiful to see. Let's go ahead and get ourselves... We could put a fountain there, I guess. I'll put it there. That seems nice. Could do some chairs. I think we'll do a couple of chairs outside of all of the offices. Kind of makes sense. And we'll get ourselves, I think it was accounting up here. There we go. Now, we could maybe afford a plumber. Is that a thing we can do? It would be in building services. Plumber would be 50 per day. We can afford that. That's no problem. So we'll get a plumber down there. And we'll go ahead and get ourselves the Deluxe studio apartments. Now, they are, again, a bit expensive, but $195 of rent is pretty good. That is pretty good. Now, they are going to need gas pipes, which is actually a bit of a worry. What have we unlocked here? Storage. Okay. That's fair enough. We've also unlocked medium offices. We've unlocked small one-bedroom apartments, and we have also unlocked small stores, which we have a challenge for, so that's kind of exciting. Now, you guys are going to need gas up there. Can I afford this? 350 per day. That's perfectly fine. If we go to gas pipes, we want to run them to there and to there. All right. So that... Oh, that's water that they want as well. Totally forgot that they might want a drink. You know, there we go. So that should keep them relatively happy. Those apartments are a little bit better than the ones that they had before as well, and they are going to be making me a little bit more money too. So tomorrow, in theory, could be a better day than today. What I will do is take another contract though. So they want 5,000 per day in rent. I will take it. There we go. Not bad. So, ladies and gentlemen, I reckon I'm actually going to leave it there for today. I'd say we've made a pretty good start on NERDROSOFT Towers. Yes, towers. We will have multiple buildings at some point, but of course this is going to be how we begin. You have to think of this building right here as a battery. Basically, this is going to be the battery that generates the power of course being the money for everything else that we build. So with that in mind, thank you kindly for watching. Project Highrise Las Vegas is available at the moment. I'm doing a sort of giveaway thing with it as well. There should be details available in the description. I put up another separate video about it, and it might have even been mentioned in this video somewhere. I don't know what way I'm going to edit this, but we'll see. Either way, part 1 of a new Let's Play. As always, show your support, and with that in mind, thank you kindly for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!